Let's talk about my custom trim company and why it failed. It's day 126 of building $1 million business in 1 year. And the mistakes I made are similar to a lot of mistakes I see other small businesses do whenever they're starting out. So I was working for a guy that had a custom trim cabinet, stairs, did all the finished carpentry in these multi-million-dollar beach homes. And I worked with him for about a year and we parted ways. And I decided that, I could do what he's doing. It's not that hard. You know, how to charge for it, how to bid it. I can handle all that stuff. But the things I didn't think about were I hadn't put any time or effort into networking. So the only people I knew were the same people that I met through working for him. And I had to find a clientele in a small custom market in, a town that is only so big, and this was down on the coast. So, you have the beach homes that are in that multi-million-dollar market, and then it goes very quickly down to production, and that's very different in how you do the finished carpentry. So I picked up a few jobs. It was going fairly well. Things were moving along. And this was also in 2007. So next thing you know, it's the end of the year. 2008 comes and everybody stops building. And there was some buildings scattered around because people moved into the area with lots of money were still building their homes, but I hadn't spread my network far enough. I hadn't figured out how to get new clients. And while I was working, I was focused on each job one at a time, not building a real business, not putting all the effort into making sure I was sustainable, that all the things I was doing was gonna last, that I was ready for any downturns or hardships. I had no plan at all. So when everybody stopped building, I looked into some production stuff. I knew nothing about the production market, so I didn't know how to break into that. And I still had to bring home a paycheck somehow. So I moved into historic remodels so I could still keep up the high quality. But now, instead of new construction, I'm working with homeowners and all the headaches and scheduling and all these things that I have to deal with, somebody living in the home, and I'm trying to do all this work. And it just did not work out, especially as things tightened up, as the housing market bubble burst and things really started to tighten up. That's how I ended up taking a change in career. I got fed up with being a business owner. I said, I don't need this. I want to work a normal schedule, have vacations, time off. So I went to work as an institutional locksmith. And probably the most depressing time of my life, where I was just miserable for a few years until I got tired of it enough to start another business. But there's a few stories mixed in there. It happened during COVID. I watched it happen. Things all shut down real quick. And then all of a sudden, everybody had all this money and they were looking for people to come in and do their hardscaping, do their landscaping, paint their house, do all this stuff. So I know we lost a few employees during that time because everybody that was any good and had half a motivation to work for themselves left, went and bought a machine at 0% interest and started their own business. But most of them have come back to work to different companies now because they did the same thing. They took this grab of all these jobs coming in really quickly, focused on them, and then as soon as that slowed down, they had nothing to do. And now you have all these businesses out there that have flooded the market, and the market can't sustain that many businesses. So it does what it always does. People go back to work for businesses that have been doing it much longer and have taken the necessary steps to build sustainability. And some of them tried to hang on and pivot, and now they call back looking for side jobs and stuff like that. So this is a lesson that happens. It repeats itself over and over again. Anytime the economy dips and then comes back up, the same process happens. So just something to think about. These are all things that I took into account, hard lessons that I learned, that I made sure every step I took in building our utility company took account for this. And we hadn't been going for that long when COVID happened, and we took this huge downturn. It was temporary, but I said that we were trying to build a resistant company to the economy, but I wasn't ready to test it a year and a half in, or however far we were into it, but I had to. So we tested it, we made it through it, and we got a lot more efficient along the way. So we made some good out of it and carried it on. Another lesson learned, right? So let me know if you've had an experience like this, or if you've made a similar mistake, or how you deal with slowdowns if you're running a business. Like, follow, and subscribe. And as always, stay broke.